Good morning, everybody. Master Ernie T here. I am having our first video starting today. I hope all is well through this challenging time. I'm here in an empty dojo here at the Bristol location at Ultimate Defense. And I am here with Mr. Casey. He'll come on in on the frame here. There he is coming in. All right, so obviously you know this guy. I am actually obviously talking to all my students. This will be on the website, obviously, when you're looking at this. So what I want to do is really put out at least 2 videos a week, okay? And these videos will be mostly about American Fighting Concept Systems technique. Now, I know the challenges on that because first, you may be by yourself at home and you don't have a partner. You may not want to ask your wife or your husband or your significant other, and that could maybe really cause more problems, okay? So you may have to do these by yourself. So we're gonna do that for you. And then we're gonna do it with a partner if you do have a partner. Okay, keep in mind, this week coming up, we're probably going to be open outside or just having small little groups here. We're still going to pull that off a little bit with one-on-ones and privates, but that will be up to you. That will be your choice. But until then, we're thinking about just training at home, and we'll just go from there. We do have a test coming up pretty soon. If obviously it's postponed, but that's the first thing on my list. So you want to keep on training. You want to make sure that you don't get in a comfort zone. It'll be easy to just stay home and do nothing. I would suggest this, that you stay on your schedule as close as you possibly can. Like some of you are still working. I'm still working, training and teaching, but I'm also still working full-time at the recovery center because it's about really behavioral health, so I have to be there. But for those that are not working and you're staying home, you can get in a comfort zone. So I don't want you to stop your training. So I want you to kind of keep your schedule as close as possible. I want you to continue to train at least every other day. I want you to get your cardio in your abs and your push-ups, and I'm gonna have a video later on about that. Okay, and do the best that you possibly can, okay, because you don't want to get lazy. You know, that's really, really important. So quickly today, Mr. Casey and I are going to teach a little bit about the forms. Again, you already have the forms on the website. You already have the code or the password to get in. So what we're going to do is just really keep this video really, really simple and just go over some basics that you should know, whether you're a beginner or advanced, black belt, it doesn't really matter, to make sure when you're training with your forms, and hopefully you have enough room, is that you'll keep this stuff in mind, okay? So we're gonna start off just really, really quick, is that you wanna go, especially going for a test, you wanna make sure you really work on your basic foundation. So the ready stance, that's always important before the form, go ahead. The bow, that's always important, as well as the horse stance, nice and deep. And you want to really work on this because this is going to help you strengthen your legs for your stances and your forms. So it's not just, oh, there goes that riding stance again. That's the stance that you have to punch from. That's the stance that they used to use hundreds of years ago, okay, to strengthen their legs. They didn't have a gym. So by just working on that and staying still on that, that's going to strengthen your legs for all of your stances, okay? The guard stance, left guard, obviously you know that, okay? The front foot's on the front, hands are up, your deep stance, remember this is a Taekwondo stance. Maybe Mr. Casey, you can push back just a little bit so we can see all of your beautiful body. Oh my God, that's scary. But anyways, that's the left guard stance. We haven't changed anything. We haven't lost our sense of humor. I suggest that you should try to keep a sense of humor. Okay, it's important, okay? Right guard stance to the front. It'll be the same thing. Heels in line to the front. Deep Taekwondo stance, so deep traditional stance. Very, very important, okay? Because, again, that's going to strengthen your legs, okay? The forward stance, again, you'll see this time and time again through beginner all the way through black belt, master, grandmaster forms here. The deep, low, wide forward stance. You really want to work on this. Very important. To the right forward stance, right leg out. Very important. Nice and wide, shoulders straight, back straight, okay? All that stuff, very, very important. I'm going through this quick because I just know you know this, but I want to make sure that you can put this video on to remind yourself, hey, it's time to train. It's time to shut that TV off, okay? It's time to move a little bit, Okay, I know a lot of people are going to start doing things you haven't done in a while at home. You can relax, you can sleep, you can take a nap, you know, you can clean the backyard, you can clean the house, and you can do this, you can do that. But how about you? You should really be taking care of yourself, and that's a whole video in itself. And I actually put one out there already, and also a post about it. So you got to take care of yourself, all right? So next, we're going to be just going over quickly the chambering. Now, you know all the punches and the strikes and all that. And again, it is on the website. So the horse stance, please. So really quick, when you're throwing punches, and you can just continue to throw punches, okay? As you throw punches, okay, notice the hands are coming all the way to the hip. Do we use these in everyday working out or excuse me, having this apply to self-defense? Absolutely not, okay? But as he changes, okay, you see that the hands, okay, keep going to the hip and going to the ear. Good, keep going, keep going. Okay, let's go empty hand, all right? So keep an eye on those hands, it's very important. So all of your strikes, go ahead. The palm heel strikes, the spear hands, all of that. And at the same time, you want to stay low. Okay, so again, you want to have a nice deep stance. You want to throw those punches and those strikes. Why? Because a lot of this is going to help you with your forms. Okay, this is traditionally speaking very important. Okay, and cool, relax. The next thing you want to work on, and you want to put together your own little workout. You know, give yourself some time, a half hour, 45 minutes, and put yourself through a little workout. Warm up and do your forms, and then another night warm up and do your self-defense, even if it's by yourself, and we'll work on that in a minute. Okay, so next we're going to just kind of go over the 10-point blocks. All right, so Mr. Casey being a good deep horse stance. Again, I know you all know this, but make sure now, especially if you're preparing for a test, you want to make sure you push-pull, because that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for the push-pull. I'm going to be also looking for the chambering of the hips. So we go 1, that's 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Notice the snapping motion. Every time that arm comes across and blocks, that other hand snaps back. I actually want you to think of this hand, okay, this hand striking back into an elbow. That's how important that hand is as well. That hand should be equally as powerful as the blocking hand. All right, you can relax, sir. Okay, so again, those are your basics, okay? Practice those, practice them hard, depends on what rank you are, and put yourself through a little test. Put yourself through a little workout. Go through all of your material. Keep it up. You don't want to come back in here, okay, and like you've been on a vacation for a while and you don't remember anything. If you love this like we do, it's kind of on your mind a lot because you love it. Keep this in mind again, that this isn't just an activity, it's something to do, okay? That's for people that like to bowl, okay? This is a lifestyle. This is something that you keep up all the time. This is something that you practice, okay, all the time, okay? So it's really important. We're gonna go back on into the 10-point blocking counters, okay? 10-point blocking counters. We're gonna go 1, go ahead, 2, all right, awesome, relax. There's your 10-point blocking counters. Those are some of your basics. We won't get too much deep into just a little bit, okay? But we're gonna have him do chunji just one time. Lock in, please. All right, you can come in a little closer. Awesome. Now you may lose him off frame, but that's okay. Begin, go. Again, you can get this all on our website. Just make sure you log in to the password. Awesome. All right, there's your chunji pattern. So you can practice that at home. And again, you can look that up on the website. We're going to go on to the next, and that would be the dosan. So just doing the forms that we've been practicing on for the last couple of months. Okay, ready, stance, please. Dosan pattern. Go. Yeah. Now, I almost detected a little bit of pause with Mr. Casey because of really challenging him with this angle stuff here. Okay, did you feel that a little bit? Yeah, just a touch, right? Yeah, it's a challenge because not only we're facing away from the mirrors like we usually do in class, but we're on an angle here, so that'll mess you up. So it's a good point to remember because you're going to be watching Mr. Casey facing you also. Keep this in mind, this is not going to replace classes. It won't replace good teachers. Just a hint, okay? This is a reference. This is all this is. If you're home and you're practicing your forms and you forgot a move, okay, this is what you want to look at. But I'm just going to say for the 5th time, you can check it out again in the entirety of all of the forms on the website. Let's go on. We're going to go to Wanyo, please. Wanyo. Go. Okay, so I detect also Mr. Casey is taking a couple of little short steps here and there. Did you realize that?
Yes.
Okay, and the reason why he's doing that, I have him in this little box here because I really don't want to be too much into the mirror. And then we have this wall here. So I am trying to just work without the mirrors so it doesn't mess you up. So I'm having him do these forms in a very, very small area here because that wall just keeps kind of getting in the way. But anyways, you have the idea. We're going to finish up with the last form, and that would be Jungun pattern. You can push back a little bit, give a little more room, and begin. Slide forward. Okay, so you have the idea, and again, I know you know all these forms already, but make sure that you're practicing them. Okay, I'm not there to correct you, but you want to make sure that you have the right footwork. You want to stay low. Keep in mind, it's not about just going over the form. You want to be in the moment and be mindful of how good the form that you're doing. Okay, so you are performing each move. So be mindful for each move, not just I go here, I go there. Okay, so hopefully that's going to help you out. We'll probably do one more of these in a different way where I'll break these down and I'll actually teach Mr. Casey, okay, and break these particular forms down a little bit maybe next week. But you have a good idea of these forms anyway. So this is what I'd like to see you do. Practice these forms. Give it one day. Give it a Monday. Stay on that schedule. Mondays is our forms day, and you can work like that. Until then, okay, I'll see you on the next video.